these this headset holds up. I've had it for a little while. I sound in the mic, but it's a good headset, but it's creaking a lot. You probably hear it. Oh well. Need to replace the pads on it a little bit, but other than that, it works fine. Oh well. So part 6 AI Somnium files. I was just looking over some of the character profiles. This made me laugh. Mizuki, one of her skills, as you can see, she enjoys emotionally attacking Date. Which is right, which, it's the nail on the head, I would say. It's funny that these skills, and hobbies and all of this, all these stats, they change seemingly as the game progresses. Pretty funny. Renji likes unusual things, dislikes ordinary things. Skills, lying and cheating. Self-declared, not light novel author. Dislikes witches, everything that witch does. Obscure puns. What's a gourd doll? Magical girls. Hobby. Kagami. Yeah, it wasn't. What was this? Exciting? Versatile handgun. Date's weapon can fire a number of different kinds of bullets, such as explosive, flame, spherical, and wire rounds using electromagnetic force. Peter invented it at the request of Ivan Date. A sink? Alright, I kind of ended it abruptly. This is the last part. I was kind of getting tired. We had played about an hour and a half or so. Whoa. I don't like the way this guy's looking at me. That's very creepy. He's doing something. It's So Tsushima, a member of Congress. I see him so often on TV, it feels like I've met him before.
I've had a relationship with the Kumakura since back when Rohan was running things. I had business nearby, so I stopped here for a visit. Whatever conspiracy theory you're imagining in your head, you can forget it. This is strictly business.
Well, bitches tried to shoot me.
Strictly business? A congressman meeting with Yakuza? How are you gonna spin that?
It's true. I imagine my public image will be dragged through the mud. But we haven't done anything illegal.
You just tried to kill me.
If you want to accuse me of such wrongdoing, then by all means. I just happen to think such gossip is better suited for tabloids.
I heard that the former head of the Kumakuras committed suicide last year.
Yeah, what's it to you?
Nothing at all. I just want to talk about it.
Rohan was my older brother.
It was the fat one who shot me, wasn't it? And then the other guy had a minigun. Are they both dead? This guy tried to shoot me? I don't think he did.
He was my big brother in this organization, and my blood brother. 6 years ago, he got sick in the head. He got sent to a special hospital. And naturally, because I'm his brother and next in line, I was the successor. That's all I'm gonna say. You want to know more? Hire a private eye.
I already have one, thanks.
Well, I guess there's no point hiding it now. I lied earlier, when I said I didn't know her.
I thought so. You and the Kumakuras were a part of the fraud scheme Shoko was organizing.
Yep. Whenever any wise-ass investors gave her trouble, we handled it.
Exactly as I suspected.
I wasn't paying attention. What'd she say? What'd he say?
You and the Kumakuras were a part of the fraud scheme Shoko was organizing.
Yep. Whenever any wise-ass investors gave her trouble, we handled it.
Shoko was affiliated with the Kumakuras.
Us Kumakuras are a branch of the Ujisaki family. The Ujisaki family runs a yearly golf tournament. Mandatory attendance. We were all at the tournament those days. We only got back this morning. You can ask the hotel. They'll tell you.
Date, I did some research. The hotel's record of guests does list the Kumakura members. They were also seen on several surveillance cameras. It is not possible that any of the Kumakuras could have killed Shoko, including Moma.
Oh, he was irritated, huh?
The victim prior to Renju? I believe Moma introduced me to her.
Introduced?
We were just having drinks. Shoko stopped by to say hello.
Right. We didn't talk about anything.
They're trying to give me the runaround.
Indeed.
I went to work, then went home.
So, you have no alibi?
No, I always have my bodyguards near me. If you want to, you can ask them.
Bodyguard testimony can be unreliable. There is a possibility that they would lie to protect Mr. Sajima.
I agree. You can't trust that.
I've been looking after that guy since high school. It was the usual stuff. I had him help me with a lot of work. But now, it's kind of the opposite, you know? We're getting work from him. Well, we were. Now that he's dead, though.
What work did he have you do?
The usual. If Talon at his office was causing trouble or something...
You ever get into any disputes with Renju doing this work?
No way, he paid good money. I've never even gotten into an argument with the guy.
The president of Lemniscate? We aren't friends, but I did meet him a few times through work.
What work were you doing to meet up with the head of an entertainment company?
It was just some party hosted by some company or other. It's not unusual. Events with those uptight stuffed shirts can be rather dull. So they have some young women from an entertainment office attend. Anyway, we only saw each other a few times. I don't even remember what we spoke about.
Date, I have determined that these individuals have nothing further to add. Even if they are involved, they will not volunteer any more information. We need solid evidence to move forward with the investigation.
Come on, Ida, just read their minds.
You're right.
Date, a call from Lemniscate.
Connected.
Date? It's me!
God. Not her again.
You remember, like, how you said to call you if Ota came? Well, he's here now, so I guess I'm calling you.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Where you going?
None of your damn business.
That's none of your concern. Moma, Congressman Tsujima, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'll come back soon. We'll swap drinking stories.
You serious?
Let's go, Iba.
Roger.
I can't wait to meet up with those guys again. Oh well, I don't know what happened to the ones that shot me. I killed them.
This
We
is
hit them
all
with
really
everything.
suspicious.
What is?
Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. There's definitely something going on there.
I agree. But I am not sure it is linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. We need to do further investigation.
Nice sunset. Roads in the highway. A girl in the passenger seat? What do we do here? Scream like a little girl? That seems like something that they would do, right?
Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here? So shiny, too.
You utter idiot. It's me.
Renju?
Do I look like Renju?
Mizuki?
It's me.
I want to play that again.
Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here? So shiny, too.
You utter idiot. It's me.
Renju?
Do I look like Renju?
Mizuki?
It's me. You utter idiot. You utter idiot. You utter idiot.
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Then, are you... Mom?
Idiot. They must have increased your dosage too much.
My dosage? Anyway, you're Iba, right? Why are you here? Looking like that?
And, Mom?
Then, are you... Mom?
Must have increased your dosage too much. I just thought I would project myself. You seem lonely.
How are you doing this?
I am overlaying the image your left eye processes with augmented reality. You can't see me through your right eye, only your left.
You can't just pop into my eyeball without permission.
You do realize I do that all the time, right? A country in Southeast Asia that speaks mostly Bengali.
That's Bangladesh.
That is where the passenger vomits if they are feeling carsick.
It most certainly is not.
It certainly is not. Apparently I was sitting in the passenger seat.
Come to think of it, you look kind of like you do when you're in Somnium. What's that about?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't usually look like that. You have a Somnium form and another form.
Oh, this?
Yes, that. Why are you doing this now?
I was bored last night, so
Huh?
I thought you would like it.
Why would I like it?
Well, I did attempt to shape myself to your preference.
If you could do that, change it.
I will not,
Why not?
because I won't.
I like. What's her name? Erica something who does
Oh, this?
Iba.
I was bored last night, so
Huh?
I thought you would like it.
Why would I like it?
Well, I did attempt to shape myself to your preference.
If you could do that, change it.
I will not,
Why not?
because I won't. I fear you would eventually grow tired of the other form as well. I just wanted to change my look a little. Think of it as a haircut.
Pretty drastic haircut.
As I said earlier, I completely agree that they are suspicious.
Now we can't see the road.
But there is nothing currently linking them to the case.
That's true. We have no established motive. Victims were displayed, tied up on a horse, hung from the ceiling.
Does this game have a lot of branching endings? 'Cause right now, we're on the same storyline. Like, I don't know if it's one of those games. You can have drastic ending. I don't, different endings. I would imagine it's not one of those kind of games. I guess we'll find out though. It would help with the replayability, I guess.
And their left eye's taken out. We still don't know why.
It is possible that Shoko and Renju were disloyal to Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. They could have been killed and displayed as a warning. That would fit the current evidence.
Huh, maybe. But it doesn't feel right.
I looked into that. Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
I see.
However, I did discover some rumors on the internet. Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories, but would you like to hear them regardless?
Please.
Mr. Sajima currently resides in Azabu. He lives in a mansion, a restored samurai castle.
A castle? Good plot of land he's got there.
But 20 years ago, So Sajima lived elsewhere. In the Kawasaki district, to be exact. He lived there until he was 40 years old. The Sajima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district. Adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen. The Sajima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
The explosion at the chemical plant.
This caused Kawasaki to become a restricted area. And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value. What are your thoughts?
The timing is certainly suspicious.
He sold it right before the accident?
The Sajima family owned, adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen. The Sajima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
I see. He sold it right before the chemical accident. So that nobody would want to buy it afterwards?
To sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact. After the accident, So Sajima purchased all of the land back for just 1 billion yen.
Right.
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
Correct. Despite the horrific accident, the Sajima family is no worse off.
True. But I don't see the point of it. It's not like you got anything out of it.
That would be true, but there is more to this story.
I think he got something out of it.
There is another important fact. After the land prices in the Kawasaki region crashed, we will have to continue this conversation later. I am receiving a call from headquarters.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss? My name is Akaska, from HQ. I'm investigating the Shoko Nadami case. There's something that you need to hear.
What is it?
We got a phone call earlier.
It's about Mizuki?
From a prisoner at Fuchu Prison.
Yeah. I'm a prisoner at Fuchu Prison.
A prisoner?
We saved the call. I think you should give it a listen. Who is this?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerning?
And if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is. I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain. You will kill again, you know. And you'll take their eye while they're still alive. There will be more bodies. If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer. I'll be seeing you.
This has to be a prank.
That's what I thought too. However, we got the call yesterday afternoon. Before Renju was killed. In other words...
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
Yeah, I think he did. That's why I thought I should contact you.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Good luck.
Do you think there's anything to this?
I don't know.
So find out.
Oh, Date.
Alright, more stuff to read. We're almost completely out of characters now. New characters. So Sejima likes he's a congressman, likes authority, fame, assets, dislikes anything that threatens the puff. Likes golf. So is a member of the post-war generation. He grew up poor, which gave him two things: his motivation for seeking power and wealth, and his vindictiveness towards the upper class. Moma. He likes humanity and justice, huh? Sure. Moma became the leader of the Kumakura Yakuza gang after his predecessor stepped down several years ago. In the past, the Kumakuras were known for being ruthless and violent, but Moma helps to make the group more peaceful and business-minded. Rohan. Previous Kumakura boss. Likes guns, drugs, women, money, and power. About that. Hobbies are organ trading. Skills, torture. He got quite the facial hair as well. Used to be the leader of the Kumakura gang. 1 year ago, he committed suicide by jumping from the roof of a building. He was known for his horrific torture technique, peeling his victim's skin from toe to thigh. God. Unknown, number 89. A mysterious inmate currently serving a life sentence at Fuchu prison for murder, only known as number 89. Yakuza A. Likes ass. Erotic mammals and his boss. He likes ass. Dislikes police, his big brother, animal cruelty. Trains dogs, won a dog training contest. He is the lowest ranking member of the Kumakuras. He once had dreams of pursuing the top spot in the gang, but has since decided that he would rather focus on training his favorite dog. Choose a B. Likes dominatrixes, dislikes domestic violence. Dissection. Perhaps due to the way he looks, he is often mistaken for a low-ranking member, even though he is toward the top. He typically does office work, has recently fallen in love and lost a lot of weight. Maybe there's another page of characters after this, I don't know. It's like, we're not that far into the game, are we?
What's wrong? You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah. I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I thought he was gonna say something like, ASAP was killed as the third victim. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I feel like you're gonna have one of those shocking deaths here relatively soon. Like somebody we've already met.
So that was Mizuki's mom. Mizuki saw her own mom. And I just left her.
You sure did. They're gonna just run away. Like a coward.
But I didn't know. I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different. I didn't know that was Mizuki's mother. I want to apologize to her. I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
Now, to the Pokemon trainer. You'll have time. The girl with the big tits is standing behind the counter. Yes, that's what I've decided to call her. Not to her face, of course.
Hey, girl with the big tits.
You serious?
Excuse me?
Shit, I said it to her face.
I want to run away and never look back.
Hey, girl with the big tits.
Excuse me?
Shit, I said it to her face.
I want to run away and never look back.
I swear.
Hey, girl with the big tits.
Date, look! A little stink bug! Yay! A stink bug!
Oh, that's room doer.
Who is that? One more bowl, please.
That would be soba.
That's just a high stool.
What about high school?
I said stool.
There's another running joke, I guess. That's a high stool. What's that?
That one is called Lying, Wishing, Marking Demons.
Comprehensive abstract painting.
You get asked out a lot, don't you? I don't know why you're sitting here behind a desk. You should be an idol.
Oh, thank you. But despite my looks, I am a bit too old to be an idol. I couldn't get into it now.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I turned 36 this year.
You're kidding.
What's wrong with it? Adult conversation here.
Hey now, that's awfully aggressive. You're an alpha type, aren't you?
Actually, I like our boss more. Isn't our boss just like, she's like the same age? Or a year older? She's like 37? So Tony's 37. What's our boss's name? No, boss. 42? Shit. Yeah, I like our boss better anyway.
I kinda like...
And I kinda like you.
Oh, but there is one little thing you should know about me. I'm a reptilian. Is that going to be a problem?
That's your package?
What's a reptilian?
A reptilian humanoid alien. They are said to be shapeshifters that take on human form.
Yeah, that is definitely gonna be a problem.
Oh, too bad.
It's Ota.
Mizuki didn't seem like she was angry with you.
What? You met Mizuki?
I met her.
Oh, at the interrogation.
That's right. He doesn't know I live with Mizuki. I have no reason to hide it, but it's sort of hard to explain. Yeah, I spoke to Mizuki at her, questioning earlier.
You're sick, Date.
What? Yeah, what, bro? What are you trying to imply now? I mean, I know she calls me a pedo all the time, but she's just being... well, Mizuki.
Questioning? That sounds dirty. If I were writing a light novel, that's exactly how I would describe a sexy scene.
God, this game.
What kind of novels are you writing, kid?
Mizuki's 12. She's our daughter.
Nowhere. Just doing my normal routine.
Alright, you're writing your dirty novels about questioning.
I don't know your normal routine.
I went to a doujin store to look at the new releases. Then I ate some ramen at Jiro's, and then headed over to the PC cafe to browse threads.
Oh. You're very interesting, Oda.
You know, normal.
If that's normal, I haven't had a normal day in my life.
No problem. After all, it means we get to see each other again.
Well, if you are in fact an alien, maybe that explains why her breasts are like 4 times the size of an average woman's. Maybe she thought that was an attractive trait to have these massive jugs, which, if anything, which is off-putting a little bit. That and the fact she could be in pain. I don't know what.
I'm glad.
Where's Iris?
She's recording a podcast right
I'm
now.
actually worried about Iris right now. Like, she could... What if she's the 3rd victim?
Looking at her schedule, it should end soon.
Better keep an eye on that. There'll be somebody here that we know. Because it could be a personal kind of attack as well. The girl with the big tits.
I don't know anything. I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious, I did a thermal check on Ota's body. This is his current body temperature.
I see.
That's what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall. You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
We got the dirt, man. We got the dirt.
Huh?
Nothing.
Wait, it's no big deal. I just...
You better start talking.
So he's trying to surf.
Okay. Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket, and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Was he alone?
His face is getting a little red.
Someone was with him. A man. No. A woman. Okay,
Right.
look. I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here. Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
Got it. So Renju was with Iris.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess. You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. But Tessa has nothing to do with this! She wouldn't murder anyone, she wouldn't hurt a fly! She's an idol. Idols don't kill people!
I'm more concerned about her than actually killing.
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
Tessa is a savior to me.
And the soda.
Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone.
The savior.
The first time I met her, I had a bad case of writer's block. And I saw all this awful negativity online and I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. It was the lowest point of my life.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Yeah.
Then, by pure chance, I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing. And it made me realize something important. You don't have to care what people think, you know? If you do your best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people. That attitude is something all great creators need to have. After that, I became a huge ASET fan and got over my writer's block.
And now you insult her on social media and then act like you're a backer for her as well to get the... Yeah, get her to respond to you, I guess.
And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired. A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down. So there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder. Absolutely impossible. But do you suspect her?
I need to hear her side of the story. If I do, I might find out she's totally innocent. If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
But...
Do it for Iris.
We're trying to delete the building.
Around 6:15, I guess.
Where did they go?
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
And what did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved. I figured I would just go home.
What happened?
Date.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me.
The way that Ota's face is, I thought somebody was dead. Like she'd been home behind me or something. She's just standing there.
Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
The right to remain silent? You're treating me like a criminal.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth. And I would appreciate your cooperation.
You know
This is the
walk
camera
around.
used to record the interrogation. Images captured by this camera are sent to the database in real time. It is later saved permanently on our servers. You can remotely control it as well.
I'd be a little nervous if I was her too. We've been interrogated before. We got new on file. Oda said that Tessa is his savior. Maybe some people reacted to this line by thinking, what? Isn't that a little extreme? Iris hasn't saved the world or anything, and she's not a Samaritan. But the people who are in trouble, people who are in a bad place in life, someone like Iris can be a savior, and that's what matters. Right, I agree with that. They don't have to do they don't have to friggin' have a Nobel Prize or something like that. I mean, it's all more of a personal thing. The kind of ramen broth is heavy with pork fat, piled high with thick cut noodles, cabbage, meat, and whatever else the customer desires. Up to each Juro ramen at Juro's. Sometimes called net cafes. Originally, these were simply cafes that featured internet-connected computers. Modern Japanese internet cafes also feature private booths. Many feature manga, magazines, and waitresses similar to a manga cafe. The booths are typically 10 by 10 feet and walled in by tall partitions. Booths sometimes have a reclining chair and matted floors, perfect for reading manga, browsing the internet, napping, or watching videos. Alright. Let's see what Iris has to say. It's understandable, of course, after suddenly being taken into a place like this. That's what I said.
I heard you used to work at Sunfish Pocket.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
She's anxious, but I can read exactly what she's thinking. In any case, I don't think she's acting.
When did you find out Renju was killed?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do? I had a podcast to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late. And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know?
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes. Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket, ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think. I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Iba, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
Sounded like she did it for 1 second, but, you know, it's kind of the procedure, I guess. We gotta... You got an interrogator. She was probably last person known to have been with Renju.
She isn't lying.
Not necessarily. We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
With that kind of confidence, her temperature wouldn't change.
Correct.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night. If Iris' story is true, she couldn't have done it.
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
You mean... What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC.
I'm not sure what that means.
He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were gonna be there. But the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol. I've never done any MCing before. Especially with important people being there.
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura. At 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Aiba?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost...
So she wouldn't have known exactly what time.
Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
That's true. I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
My mom wasn't home. She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Where was she?
I don't know.
You don't know. Come to think of it, Iris' mom had connections to Renju too.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
What would her motive be?
However, we have nothing to link her to the case.
But I am curious. What was Hitomi doing last night?
Let's cut Iris loose. She has nothing to do with this. Unless she was covering for her mother.
Am I a suspect?
It's not like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday, but how do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl. Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
Oh, she's got a point. A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
No, it's still possible. You see,
Iris could have killed Renju because... Oh, so this is definitely new. We got a clue list? Look at Renju's watch show. Elevator record, sedation. He could have been sedated first, and then strangled?
The autopsy discovered a high concentration of benzodiazepine in Renju's body. This drug is commonly used as a sedative. It is likely that Renju was in a state of compromised consciousness before his death.
I know this watch. It's Renju's favorite. I found it inside an oil drum at Sunfish Pocket. That means...
Renju's corpse was discovered at the maid cafe Sunfish Pocket, hanging from a beam on the ceiling by a wire. He was found over the counter. The wire was attached on both ends.
It's like stabbed through his throat.
One end was attached to a hook that was embedded inside Renju's jaw. The other end was attached to beer kegs found on the floor. The kegs hold approximately 20 liters of liquid. They weigh approximately 55 pounds each. The autopsy determined that Renju vacated his bowels for muscle relaxation upon death.
That's a very polite way of saying he shit himself.
However, no trace of this was found on the corpse or at the scene. This means that it is highly likely Renju was killed elsewhere and moved to where he was found. Renju's estimated TOD is yesterday, around 8 p.m. Numerous hemorrhages in the blood vessels of the throat and face indicate strangulation.
Right.
The weapon used to commit the murder was some kind of twisted cloth. The criminal likely wrapped it around Renju's neck and pulled. Renju then suffocated. The more precise cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. In short, Renju was strangled from behind with some kind of cloth or rope. Sunfish Pocket is located on the second floor. According to the records, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, the elevator stopped on the second floor only once. At 8:55 p.m., the total weight detected in the elevator was approximately 310 pounds.
Okay, so if he's 160, and this other person is 150, Iris, she don't weigh 150 pounds, but that, you know, you're gonna have some equipment in there as well.
The oil drum inside Sunfish Pocket. The type that has a lid you can open, with about a 200-liter capacity. Empty, it weighs approximately 44 pounds.
So add 44 pounds to the 160, and that's 204, which means you need another 106 to make 310, right? Assuming that was the only thing that they had. 106.
A heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body. Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
That's true. Renju weighed about 160 pounds. Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
Ingenuity?
How could Renji's body be lifted up to the ceiling? Little drum.
I don't think so, Date. This is irrelevant to the question of how to lift Renju's body.
Oh, it is. How could Renju's body be lifted up to the ceiling? The elevator record. So you can't just show her everything, you have to actually get this right.
It went like this. First, Renju was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
I'm sure it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. But that's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
I hate that we're incriminating her, though, because I really don't think it was her.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then, what do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether. Renju weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible. But there is one more thing.
What?
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renju was killed elsewhere and brought to where we found him. If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
Hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
How?
How the culprit managed to move the corpse to some fish pocket? The elevator. Maybe. So then in the wash, right?
Do you know what this is? It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things like that according to protocol?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder. You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum?
Like his body really fit in that?
Which is how the watch came off. But the suspect didn't notice it.
I'm not saying anything for sure. Just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed. I don't have a license!
Doesn't doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
You insulted me.
Just be quiet.
Who are you talking to?
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
Where is this coming from?
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right? If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Why do you say that?
Because the elevator record.
You are trying to prove that the suspect weighed around 105 pounds. Your thinking is correct, but you need better evidence.
You old drum. And Renji's weight.
Iris, on which floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
On the second floor?
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the second floor once. At 8:55 p.m. And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds.
Again, it could have been her mother. She probably weighs about the same as her.
Renju weighed 160. The oil drum weighs 44. Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310...
This doesn't look good.
Why are you...
Now, this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer. A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs.
Right.
To throw us off the trail. However...
Date, stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
Why not?
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall.
She's gonna say her mom did it.
There are several cameras in this room. 2 surveillance cameras installed at the corners of the ceiling, and 1 camera on a tripod. I hacked each to gain access to their recordings. Look at this.
Ah, shit. Iris, what are you thinking? What is that thing? Hey, answer me, Iris.
She's definitely hiding something, Date.
It's her mom. She was texting her mom, wasn't she?
Sync with her.
Iris is experiencing REM sleep. Medication is working perfectly.
How about it, Date? Think you can do it?
Not a problem. Get it started.
The time limit is 6 minutes. So before time is up,
I know.
then let's begin.
Alrighty, guys, I think we made it here. It is time in the next part to explore Iris's mind. That was her mom that was texting her with.
What is this place?
Alrighty, guys. We will explore this in the next part. Take it easy. And until next time.